Welcome to ByteWire. In today's video, we are going to understand Git and GitHub from beginner level to advanced concepts in a very simple way. We will learn what Git is, what GitHub is, what repositories are, what version control means, why developers use Git, how teams collaborate using GitHub, and how real software projects are managed. Git and GitHub are two of the most important tools in modern software development. Almost every developer, software company, startup, and technology project uses them daily. If you want to become a web developer, app developer, AI engineer, cybersecurity expert, or automation engineer, learning Git is essential. Let us start from the beginning. Before Git existed, developers faced a major problem while managing code. Imagine you were creating a project and saving files manually on your computer. You might create files like Project Final Latest, Project Final New, and Project Final Real. After some time, it becomes confusing to understand which file is the latest version. Now imagine this problem happening in a software company where hundreds of developers are working on the same application together. Without proper tracking, projects would become completely disorganized. This problem led to the creation of version control systems. Version control means tracking changes made to files and code over time. It allows developers to save different versions of their project and return to older versions whenever needed. Git is the most popular version control system in the world. Git was created by Linus Torvalds, the creator of Linux. It was designed to help developers manage code efficiently, safely, and collaboratively. Git keeps track of every change made in a project. It records what changed, who changed it, and when it changed. This makes software development much safer and more organized. Now let us understand GitHub. Many beginners think Git and GitHub are the same thing, but they are different. Git is the version control tool that works on your computer. GitHub is an online platform where Git repositories are stored and shared. You can think of GitHub as cloud storage for code projects. GitHub allows developers to upload their code online, collaborate with teams, contribute to projects, and maintain backups securely. Millions of developers use GitHub every day. Most open source projects in the world are hosted on GitHub. Now let us understand one of the most important terms in Git, which is repository. A repository, often called a repo, is a project folder managed by Git. A repository contains project files, folders, source code, and the complete history of changes made in the project. For example, if you create a website, the entire website project can be stored inside a repository. If you create an AI application, the source code can be stored inside a repository. Repositories can be stored locally on your computer or online on GitHub. Now let us understand why Git is so important. One of the biggest advantages of Git is safety. Suppose you accidentally delete important code or make changes that break your application. Without Git, recovering the previous working version would be difficult. But with Git, you can instantly restore older versions of your project. Another major advantage is collaboration. In modern software companies, multiple developers work on the same project at the same time. One developer may work on the front end, another may work on the back end, another may work on databases. Git helps all developers work together without overwriting each other's code. Git also keeps a complete history of every change. This allows developers to track bugs easily and understand when problems were introduced into the project. Now let us understand how Git actually works. When developers create a project, the first step is initializing Git. This is done using the command git init. This command converts a normal folder into a Git repository. After that, developers create or modify files in the project. Git continuously tracks which files were changed. The next step is adding files to staging. This is done using git add. This command tells Git to prepare the changed files for saving. After adding files, developers create a commit. A commit is like a save point in a game. It records the current version of the project permanently. The command used is git commit m initial project setup. The message inside quotes describes the changes made. Developers usually create commits regularly while working on projects. This allows them to maintain a clean history of progress. Now let us understand GitHub integration. Once the repository is ready, developers connect it to GitHub. After connecting, they upload the project online using git push. This command pushes local code from the computer to GitHub servers. Other developers can then access the project online. Now let us discuss branches. Branches are one of the most powerful features of Git. Imagine your application is working perfectly, but you want to add a new feature. Instead of modifying the main project directly, developers create a separate branch. A branch is an isolated version of the project where developers can safely test new features. If the feature works properly, it gets merged into the main branch. If the feature fails, the branch can simply be deleted. This keeps the main project stable and secure. In most projects, the primary branch is called the main branch. Large software companies heavily depend on branching systems to manage development safely. Now let us understand merging. Merging means combining changes from one branch into another. For example, If a developer creates a login feature in a separate branch, the completed feature can later be merged into the main project. Git carefully combines all changes together. Sometimes conflicts occur when multiple developers edit the same file simultaneously. These are called merge conflicts. Git helps developers identify and resolve conflicts manually. Now let us discuss GitHub collaboration features. GitHub allows developers to collaborate using pull requests. A pull request is a request to merge changes from one branch into another. Before merging, team members can review the code, suggest improvements, identify bugs, and approve changes. This improves code quality significantly. GitHub also provides issue tracking systems. Developers can create issues for bugs, new features, improvements, or tasks. Teams use these systems to organize software development efficiently. Another important concept is open source. Open source means the source code of a project is publicly available. Anyone can view it, learn from it, improve it, or contribute to it. Many of the world's largest software projects are open source. Linux, Android, Python libraries, AI tools, and developer frameworks often use open source collaboration. GitHub is the largest platform for open source development. Beginners can learn programming by exploring real open source projects on GitHub. Contributing to open source projects also improves coding skills and strengthens resumes. Now let us discuss why GitHub is important for jobs. Today, many software companies check GitHub profiles while hiring developers. A GitHub profile acts like a portfolio. It shows projects, coding skills, activity, collaboration experience, and technical knowledge. A strong GitHub profile can improve job opportunities significantly. Many developers upload personal projects, AI systems, automation tools, websites, and mobile applications to GitHub. Recruiters often use these projects to evaluate practical skills. Now let us understand some commonly used Git commands. Git status shows the current status of files inside the repository. Git add adds files to staging. Git commit saves changes permanently. Git push uploads code to GitHub. Git pull downloads the latest changes from GitHub. Git clone copies a repository from GitHub to a local computer. Git branch creates or displays branches. Git checkout switches between branches. These commands form the foundation of Git workflows. As developers gain more experience, they learn advanced concepts like rebasing, cherry picking, stashing, tagging, and CI/CD integration. Git is also heavily used in DevOps and cloud computing. Modern deployment systems automatically pull code from GitHub repositories and deploy applications to servers. AI projects, machine learning systems, automation workflows, APIs, websites, and enterprise applications all depend heavily on Git. Even individual developers use Git for personal projects because it provides security and organization. Now let us summarize the difference between Git and GitHub clearly. Git is the version control software installed on a computer. GitHub is the online platform used for hosting repositories. Git tracks changes. GitHub stores repositories online and enables collaboration. You can use Git without GitHub, but GitHub becomes powerful because it uses Git technology. Learning Git may seem difficult initially, but once developers start using it regularly, it becomes one of the most valuable tools in programming. Almost every professional software development workflow depends on Git. If you want to become a serious developer, learning Git and GitHub should be one of your first priorities. Start by creating small projects, practicing commits, experimenting with branches, and uploading repositories to GitHub. With practice, Git workflows become natural and extremely powerful. If you found this video useful, make sure to like the video, subscribe to ByteWire, and turn on notifications for more programming, AI, automation, and technology content. Also comment below and let us know whether you have started learning Git and GitHub or if you are planning to start soon.